Hi, I'm Andrew Jordan, drive for Pirtek Racing in the British Touring Car Championship. We're here at Pirtek Belfast and got here Mervyn, the main guy behind the Northwest 200 road race.
Yeah, Mervyn Whyte, the event director for the Vauxhall International Northwest 200. It's good to be here today with Pirtek and with Andrew, just and to have a chat about the British touring cars and also the Northwest 200.
The usual guys coming to do it.
To say the entry this year is probably as good as entry we've had,
right.
For a long number of years. We have the TT legends in John McGuinness and Michael Dunlop and Michael Rutter, and they're here, and it's the first time the legends bikes will be out prior to the TT. And then we have the usual others and Guy Martin and Joyce Brooks, who raced for the Tyco Suzuki team. Plus, the likes of Stuart Easton, who crashed out in 2011 and was seriously injured, and now back again for the first time and riding for a local team here from Northern Ireland. So it's the entry is certainly one of the best we've had.
Is Guy Martin as much as a character as he seems to be? What's he like?
Yeah, very much a character. He crashed out 2 years ago at the Black Hill area itself, and when I come round he was there and he said to me when he was sitting on the side of the road, he says, I can't understand what all this fuss is about. But he is a character, a real character.
And how many people do you reckon it brings?
Brings roughly about, it's hard to gauge, but about 85 to 100,000 people during the week of the event itself. It's a full race week festival where we have the vintage cars, the vintage bikes. We have Carl Fogarty and Jimmy Whittam over this year for the first time on the Wednesday night for a chat show. We have the hospitality marquee, which has 300 people on the Thursday and 500 people on the Saturday for hospitality. So plus 5,000 grandstand seats, and we have two big screens there, and 110 square metre screen at the start and another one at the Metropole area itself. So
big event.
Yeah, it's a fairly big event now. It certainly is. What's your background into the cars? How did you get involved?
Well, my dad raced, so I was kind of born into it. And so I used to golf with him when I was very young. And then actually, I started quite late compared to some. I started when I was 14 doing junior rallycross, which rallycross a mixture of tarmac and dirt, and then progressed on into touring cars. And I think this is my fifth or sixth season of it, so I'm still only 23, so I started in touring cars pretty young. And last year was a good year for us. We won the Independence Championship, but this year our aim is to kind of go for the overall championship, so it will be very difficult going up against the works cars, Plato, Matt Neal and Gordon Shedham, but we think we can take it to them, so that's what we'll be going for.
Is that how many races are there through the year?
There's 30. There's 10 race weekends. And it's 3 on each Sunday. So it's the key, I think, to it is just being consistent and always scoring. As soon as you have a non-finish, it really hurts your championship bid. So that's how we're kind of approaching it. Is obviously one, you need to be quick and be up there all the time, but equally you need to be consistent and keep finishing. So easier said than done at times. The race is very close in touring cars, so it can often end in tears. But I think the thing is just to try and keep your nose clean, stay out of trouble.
Keep up there.
Just keep scoring, keep scoring as high as possible. That's where Matt and Gordon and Jason are very good. Is they know that if the car's not quite right, then they'll settle for a good, a reasonable finish rather than risking the car and damage and not having a finish. So we're still learning, and we'll see how we go.
It just takes time.
It does.
So the competition's tough then.
Yeah, this year's the biggest grid I think they've had since touring cars started. There's kind of 32, 34 cars. So there's probably 8 or 10 people that will really be up there. If if you qualify in the top 6, you're doing pretty well. So we managed to get pole at the first race, so hopefully we can continue that going.
Very good.
But
very good.
Success ballast then comes into it. So we left Brands Hatch second in the championship, so we'll be carrying success ballast to the next round. So there's all different things that kind of play a part in it, but it's a good series to be involved in.
Yeah, and I take it Pirtek are with a big sponsor and Pirtek type of thing that brings brings a lot to the event.
Yeah, it does. They've been primary sponsor with us since 2010. We've just extended that to the end of 2015 at least. So obviously it's working for them, which is good to see them getting something back from it.
I think I'll have to get a sign up there in 2015 as well, just
No, we're in a very lucky position to have that.
Give me a few tips, just
So we have a big hospitality unit that guests come, and obviously the TV coverage is live on ITV4, so you get good stuff like that. So it's, it works good both ways, I think. was nice to meet you, and hopefully I'll be able to get over to the road race and have a watch of that.
Thank you very much. You're very welcome to come along. Thank you.